Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the draw for game one. Plays Fledgestrand. There's the World Breaker we are angling for. That's fantastic. So in that case, you might try and angle for a kicked Myco spawn on 3. Elegant Parlor Surveil does make me a bit concerned. It could be Jeskai Blink, yeah? I want to be Storm, so Jeskai Blink's more likely. Yep. That is likely a Felia. So in that case, we are going to hold the K command. And if nothing else, we're just going to use it as permission on end step. Quantum Riddler. We're going to cast this now that you don't have mana up. X equals 2. I'd love to see a Devour here. There's a Rumble, there's a Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure, I'll put Rumble top and pass. And opponent scoop it up, we'll take the win. My guess is that they were looking for a land and they knew what was about to come. That is my best guess. Alright. Not sure if it's my connection today or if it's MTGO, but things seem to be a bit slower. Let's see. Counter Souls, yes. But Jukabog, yes. Ghost Quarter, maybe. Rumble out. Let me take a look at a blink list real quick. Blink, blink, blink. Charma, obviously. I'm just trying to see 1, 2, 3. 3 basics. Could drop 3 to 4 basics, it looks like. Could drop the Ghost Quarter for 6. That is a consideration here. This is a bit more of a grindy game, so I think 6 could be relevant. Yeah, either that or consider dropping an Ugin if they played Force Negation, but looks like Force Negation isn't horribly common, even in the sideboard. So yeah, I think we'll drop the Ghost Quarter and run it back. Alrighty, that hand is hot garbage. Not going to be able to keep that, unfortunately. Alright. Let's mulligan. It's not much better. In fact, it feels very much the same. We could drop them to 5. There is another consideration where we search for a soul land here. Sure. Drop the K command. Reveal Devour. Pass. Utopia Sprawler soul land, I guess. Would be what I'm looking for right now. Sacred Foundry tapped. No Ragavan on 1, which is good for me. There is the lab. In that case, we'll play Stomping Ground tapped and pass and pass. Plains. Again, could be setting up for the Felia, would be my thought here. Imprint Devour. Cast Rumble. There's Ice still. We lack the green sources. So let's grab the Temple instead of kicked Myco. And hold. No Felia, so what do they have in their hand? There's a Flooded Strand. Could mean they have Consign now, so I'm not as tempted to play the Myco Spawn here. Instead, was thinking about the K command. Steam Vents, Shock 17, Riddler, or potentially a Flage. Looks like a Flage. Flage, Helix, target spawn, question mark. Yep, that would be the right call. We'll sack that. I do worry about a Charmon next turn. We'll draw, rumble. Thing is that they have a land, they can play the Charmal regardless, so realistically speaking, what in the fresh house? Surgical? Sure. They now have perfect knowledge. Surgical's actually kind of underrated for that reason. The fact that Surgical does give you perfect knowledge for 2 mana is actually something that I think a lot of people forget. So Surgical's a pretty good card. So we could play the K command now. Ramp and Scry draw. Honestly, that might not be the worst idea. Alternatively, actually, I'm going to cancel that. We're going to cast a Myco Spawn. And there's a few thoughts as to why, because I'm realizing now if they play a Charmal and hit my Stomping Ground, I'm kind of in trouble. So I'm thinking we grab a Forest or a Shifting Wood. Let's grab Shifting Wood. Rumble. There's Temple, there's Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I'm tempted to grab the Temple here. We already have a land drop for next turn. Let's say they do have Charmal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we could then imprint and kick with Myco. If they don't have the Charmal, we have the Breaker. Let's go Breaker then. But Breaker's also able to be recurred. We'll go Temple. And we'll pass. 5 types in Yard, which means we also can Shifting Wood land Ice Till, which is relevant. Do you have the Charmal? Obsidian Charmal. Yep, there it is. It's the lab. Okay. We'll draw. Formidable Speaker's relevant. So I'm thinking I want to kick Myco Spawn and potentially Bojuka Bog here. I know Bojuka Bog's in Yar, or in Exile, so that's a moot point. Well, that becomes a little bit more awkward then. I could sit back with a Shifting Woodland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also could hit the Charmal with the K command. Yeah, I think I might sit back here right now and hold the K command. See if they fetch, and if so, then going to go exile the Charmal. They do not. So that tells me all I need to know there. They have a consign in hand. Go to combat. And that's fine. Land for turn. There's another Flage, another Charmal. Targeting Temple In response, we'll float. X equals 4. Let's see the consign that you have in hand. Interesting. No consign. Well, there's Heat, Windswept Teeth, K Command, Cavernous Souls. So I'm thinking that we want Heat, K Command, Windswept Teeth for sure. Cavernous Souls a bit more sketchy. Thing is, I can only have 2 of these 3. So I'm thinking I want no the Cavernous Souls. I think I might take the Heat, honestly. No to the K Command. Top draw. And draw. Okay, so in that case, let's play the Windswept Teeth for turn. Shifting Woodland, target the Ice Till. And we'll grab back the Temple and Mill. There's Cyrus 7 Death, which is very relevant. We have Heat. We have Myco Spawn. In retrospect, maybe I should have fetched the Windswept Teeth. Because now I'm going to have to fetch Shock the Stomping Ground. Yeah. In retrospect, I could have played that a bit better, I think. Okay. 6 types in yard. Breakers up. Speakers there. I would like to get an attack in, so I'm going to fetch 15. 2 cards in hand. Stomping Ground Shock. Down to 13 mil. Heat. We're going to Heat. Yeah, we could have mitigated 2 damage there and stayed at 15. That is a mistake on my end. Attack for 3. Down to 12. End step. Down to 11. Surveil. Yeah, there's that Flasian Yard. Do have to be mindful of. So look at 7 down to 6. Charmal attacks. Down to 9. Second main, they can Flage. And now the Sire 7 Death and Yar, they can attack. Flage number 1. Helix target Myco. Sure. White. Ephem. Target. Shifting Wood makes sense. So Shifting Wood is down. We'll draw. Second Myco now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 16. We could Speaker Pitch. Unfortunately, Emrakul's out. So that is not gonna work. They could have a consign in hand. Myco kick number 1. And we are going to go after red, red. So 1, 2, 3. I guess you want to go after the white sources. We'll grab a temple. No imprint. Myco kick. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just debating whether or not I want to go for like an Eldrazi temple, a commercial district, Cavernous Souls. 1, 2, 3 leaves back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we could go Cavernous Souls and guarantee the resolution of an Eldrazi. As a thought here. Yes. Because we have a Sire left. A Devourer. Yeah, I suppose we'll go Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. We'll pass. I just realized, actually, they have an Ethem on rebound, don't they? Completely forgot about that. So they can rebound, hit a temple. So I actually probably should have grabbed the temple. Because now we're going to be 2 short. Or if they have the Cavernous Souls, will be 1 short. Yep, there's the rebound. But it means they're not attacking, I suppose. And I suppose it still allows me to, from middle speaker, kick a Myco. Riddler draw 2? Looks like it. Lands, so Flasia set up. Down to 13. Hallowed Fountain. Shock down to 11. 4 down to 5. Fledgestrand fetch down to 10. Do you have an Ephem? What is this? Surveil. Riddler Warp. So why Hollow Fountain Shock there? K command. Well, that does make it interesting. Speaker. See if Speaker resolves. This tease out a potential Strict Serenade or Consign to Memory. So at this point, a Consign would just outright get rid of the K command, right? That kind of is the issue that I'm sitting on. Whereas... I don't want to do this. Because I can pitch the K command, sure. We grab what? Devour? Devour's okay, but then we still die to Charm on Flage. We go Myco Kick and try and hit another land out and hope that they don't have a land to escape. That would be consideration. But at that point, they just need to consign the trigger. So maybe it's just better for me to just see if they don't have it. So I'm going to say no, use that as bait, and then exile, exile. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess actually I should pause. Let's attack. And the reason why I should pause here is if they efem the Charmant's still on board. I should do this on their upkeep. End step. Exile, exile. Charma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Pass in full. This also means that if they use the consign, then they might not have enough for the Flage. Looks like they did not have the consign. They have the arena. They can haste, let's say, the Riddler. And hit me down to 1. Oh, shit. If they have a Felia, they win. Well, I'll be honest, was not expecting that. Maybe I should have kept one Myco spawn back. They would have been at 7. I still would have had lethal on board. Maybe. That one was awkward. Well, Gemstone out. Rumble in. Run it back like this. I feel like I could have played that a bit tighter. I guess I wasn't playing around the thought of like a hasty Felia in the moment since the Arena of Glory wasn't on board. I mean, I think casting that on upkeep was still correct. Because I think at the time they only had 1 card in hand. So yeah, I don't think I could have ever have assumed what they had at that point. I will keep this. Reveal the Devour. Trigger. There's Rumble Talisman and a lab. I'll take the lab. I'll play the Wooded Foothills and pass. Arid Mesa. Fetch 19, Sacred Foundry, or Steam Vent Shock for Ragavan, would be my guess. Yes. Draw, fetch, forest, lab, imprint, rumble. Not exactly what I wanted to see there. Verdant Cat, or rather Windswept Teeth. And pass and hold. We'll snap block the Ragavan. You don't exactly want them pilfering here. But I desperately need like a Myco spawn, a 6, a speaker, something here to deal with this Ragavan. I guess K command, Myco spawn, Ice Till, 6, speaker. Like there are plenty of options. Heat also would work. Yeah, heat would work here. So we have options to deal with this Ragavan. Ugin is not the one I wanted though. That is really unfortunate. Surgical Rumble, sure. Again, they get perfect knowledge for 2 life. Yeah, I think we sometimes think about like Ataxian Probe, which to be fair was like look at their hand plus draw a card, but Surgical, which is just a 0 mana, lose 2 life, get perfect info, and strip 4 cards, which theoretically speaking can be, you know, in a world a Thoughtseize 3. Surgical's actually kind of insane when you think about it too hard. Yeah, not much I can do here. Yeah, when you start thinking about it, Surgical's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Especially seeing where opponent here has multiple Arid Mesas. Like, we diversify. That's a Felia. Shoot. I really needed removal here. Even a blocker would have been enough. A K command would have been the best outcome. Ragavan will pilfer. Not much I can do about that now. Yep, Ragavan will connect. Ragavan will pilfer. Temple. Not exactly what I want in the moment, but would have been nice in the grand scheme. Surveil. Filia to yard. Flage. Flage Helix target me down to 12. Go to end step. Felia trigger. And fetch. For a stomach ground tapped. Would love to see a Myco spawn here. We'll draw. Ask and you shall receive. There we know about the Cavern Souls. We don't care about that too much here. We'll go for Sanctum. Cast the Myco. And go for Bajuka Bog. They order that Flage. Bajuka Bog, target you. And we'll pass. Opponent will still be able to attack in for 4, though. But next turn, we do have an Ugin. We'll pass. So we're going to go down to 7. Not much we can do about that. But given that they're not playing, let's say, a Charmaw, I can only assume they don't have one. Everyone pilfers an Unholy Heat. Land. Tapped. Felia trigger. Myco returns. Second Myco. How does Strix Serenade read? Strix Serenade or Planeswalker. No matter what, we'd get a body here off the Myco, though. Let's go Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Yeah, I think that's correct. Myco kick. 1, 2, 3 red, double blue, double white. So going after the red doesn't really slow them down, but double white, double blue. I guess double white would be right. They have triple blue. So I guess we go for red white then. Shifting Woodland, not doing too much. So if they have a Charma, let's say, on the off chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm tempted to go Lab and imprint an Ugin. That might not be the worst idea here. Just that way we can potentially guarantee the resolution of, or not guarantee the resolution of, but guarantee the casting of Ugin. Flooded Strand, 3 in hand, fetching down to 14. It's more likely they have a Strict Serenade than that they have a Consign right now, I think. Card to Yard. Interesting. Thalia Flicker. We'll go to block and block the Rag. Ephem the Rag. So the Rag persists down to 5. Draw. Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Unfortunately, too short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm debating whether or not we actually want to play the Devour here. I think we do. Because we can guarantee the body, which is relevant right now. Sanctum of Ugin trigger, we're going to target the Thalia. Thalia down, Sanctum trigger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can Sanctum. We have access to World Breaker, Cyrus 7 Death. I think I might grab another Devour, though actually no. I think Sire might be correct. Yeah, let's go Sire. I'm tempted to attack with 1 here. I think it's correct to do so. I just don't want to get blown out by another Arena of Glory Thalia Flicker. I think we'll hold back. I think we hold back. Is another Thalia? It is another Thalia. Okay. So we're right to hold back. There's the Ephem. Sack Arid Mesa down to 13. Surveil. 1 card in hand at this point. Wrath of Skies, not going to do it for them. And draw K command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I think at this point we might just want to Windmill Slam the Ugin and try and close this out. Yes, the Cyrus 7 Death would be a guaranteed resolution. I'm trying to think of how we would lose, though. Actually, no, I think Sire might be right. Let's go Sire. It's uncounterable. I think the only way they win here is like a Flage and a Ephem. I think we can attack with 1. Yes. Feed me the Ragavan. Ragavan's down. We pass. Do they have a Flage Ephem? Casey Jones draws 3. There's Arena. Even if a hasty Riddler here, we'd be down to 1. Because they would have to flicker the Sire, and then we'd block. So that's fine. And we have 2 blockers. There's the Riddler. They'll draw a card. There's an Efem. They'll draw 2. Though the funny thing is here, they're going to pitch 3 at the beginning of their upkeep now. Yep, there's the Warp. We'll draw. Second K command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are simply going to cast Ugin. Ugin exile Riddler. Ugin 0. K command, scry draw ramp. Done. Exile Casey Jones. Sprawl bottom draw. Lab. No imprint. K command. Scry draw ramp. Done. Exile Felia. And opponent scoops up, we got the win. Whew, that was a bit of a close one. I definitely think I could have closed this out in 2 instead of 3 if I had played game 2 a little bit tighter, but overall, not a bad match. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. We're looking for either a 7 value spell or a forest here. Flush Drain, fetch 19, Sacred Foundry Shock with a Ragavan. Call it now. Uh-huh. Show me the Ragavan. You know, I was close. It's energy. I at least went for the Sacred Foundry Shock. We'll draw. So again, either forest or 7 value spell. Should be 21 hits off top. Hey, look at that. Perfect. Sprawl. For red. And pass. And pass. So the K return's now set up. There's a dashed Ragavan. Not thrilled about that. Ragavan will, in fact, pilfer. We'll take 3 down to 17. What does Ragavan pilfer? Ragavan pilfers Eldrazi Temple. I would have liked that, if I'm being honest. You have an Ocelot Pride. Red. Ragavan, Legend Rule. Interesting. I think it's a bit aggressive. We'll draw. Temple. Yeah, we'll just play the temple and then pass. I'd love there to be a day where we don't have to play K-Return main because of energy. I really do. Like, maybe one day, but that day ain't happening anytime soon, I'll tell you what. Surveil resolves. Sacred Foundry to Yard, that's fine. What is this? Second Guide of Souls, that's fine. Guide of Souls will trigger. Let's get you to use your energy. Guide of Souls trigger, always yield this part. Really? Shocking. Oh, we're gonna K-Return. Pass in full. We'd love to see a 7 value spell off top so we can kick the Myco Spawn. End step, draw, rumble. In that case, let's start with Ghost Quarter, Talisman, Sprawl, Green, Rumble, Ice Till or Myco Spawn. There's also Devour. We don't really... I guess the Ice Till is nice because we do have the Ghost Quarter already primed. Yeah, let's go Ice Till. And we'll ship it. Hold up in case of a discharge on the spawn. Marsh Flats is a Flage. It's in a Johnny. Johnny's fine. Johnny will trigger. End step and draw. Speaker. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're currently short then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 5. Yes, that would work. So I suppose we can start by going Ice Till question mark. He's back 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave back 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. So let's go lab. Done. Myco. Kick. Myco kick. Hit the Elegant Parlor. Grab Shifting Woodland. Cast Ice Till and pass. I guess the downside of that sequence is I didn't get to dig for any lands. I guess I could have Ghost Cored my own land, theoretically, for the green source. That's a thought. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. Opponent will Surveil. They have 1 card in hand. We have 2 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ice Till serves a lot of different purposes in this deck. It is anti-land destruction alongside Ghost Quarter. It allows you to use it as a win condition alongside Shifting Woodland. Allows you to fill your yard. I mean, it's fantastic ramp at the end of the day. Like a turn 2 Ice Till can set up for your turn 3 kicked Myco Spawn. It can set up for your turn 3 7 value spell, your Ugins, your World Breakers, etc. So Ice Till actually serves some really good purpose here. It also is a really fair way for us to play around Consigned to Memory, which a lot of people do forget about. But Ice Till is actually a very, very good card. I like it a lot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ghost Quarter 13. 14, 15. We're like so close to the Emrakul next turn. We're just 1 shy. We can probably make it work. Yeah, I'll block. I'll bite. Right now I have more attackers than you have blockers. The fact that Ice Till is also a green spell and not colorless, meaning that it plays around Consign, but also allows you to potentially play things like Force of Vigor or Endurance of the side, it's also very relevant. Johnny will trigger. Johnny will flip. Is a Flage? It's a Blood Moon. That's fine. Then you'll hit the Myco. Sure. Not ideal, but fine. Let's see now. We could play the Lab and mill for the Ice Till, but let's instead just go Speaker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And fun part about the Speaker here, since we get to pitch the Lab, we actually get to pick it back up with the Ice Till. So pitch the Lab. Again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we could just go for a kicked Myco spawn here, get rid of their white source. Yeah, let's do that. So then pick up the Lab with the Ice Till. Another really fun synergy between Ice Till and Speaker. Speaker pitch a land, Ice Till picks it up, so it's basically free. It's just a 3-mana tutor at that point. Cavernous Souls would have liked that to not just be colorless, but say la vie. And 1, 2, 3. Myco kick the plains, yield all. And what do we want here? I suppose we can just grab another forest. Yeah, might as well. We'll yield all. Wooded Foothill. Let's go attacking at Ajani. Do you block, friendo? You know, devoid of white sources. We have all the mana in the world. Unfortunately, the ice still doesn't kill a Johnny, but that's fine. Johnny down to 1. We'll pass. So unless they have another creature here, which would have to be a Ragavan or a Pyro. Otherwise, I don't think they can cast any of their other creatures, because they don't have any white sources. Discharge will work, taking out the ice still, I'd imagine. I guess actually the Speaker might be the better choice, though, at this juncture, given the Sprawl stack. But they're going to have to block both. So they're going to shock me down to 14. And let's attack both at a Johnny. Or is in the block. Sprawl. We're just going to pocket it. No reason to play it. Attack all out of Johnny and pass. I mean, you could double block if you really want. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good on mana, so yeah, the Sprawl will just sit here in case you find a Speaker. Yep, that's fine. And we pass. Johnny pings me for 1, down to 13. Did you find a Ragavan? Discharge. Yep, Discharge will work here. So Speaker down. I mean, we're in this awkward position until I draw into a threat. That's not a threat. Go to combat. Attack at a Johnny. We pass. And pass. So we're just going to get pinged every turn. You have a Ragavan. A Johnny. You do not. Ping me. Down to 12. Sure. End step, we draw. Ice Still. Ice Still does work here. I will play the Ice Still. I guess we can go digging for a World Breaker at this point. Sure, why not? That's not a World Breaker. That's a World Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One short, unfortunately, of playing the breaker this turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we will simply attack a Johnny. And then on end step, we'll return the breaker to hand. We'll sack one of our fetches that we currently don't need. And once we get up, we'll take the win. Solid. Yeah. Blood Moon really is just not all too effective into this matchup. Or into E-Ramp, rather. You want Heaton, Cavern Souls out, Tremor Rumble. We could argue Ghost Quarter out. Anything else? We don't really need 6. We don't need Flute. I think they're probably pretty good like this. Yeah? Yeah. Let's do that. Energy overall just feels like a very good matchup here. I do sometimes wonder if I do want that third K return, though. It would be nice to see it more, especially in the opening hand, at least for this matchup. That's the thing, though. Like, it really is for, like, a couple of matchups. I'm still liking 6 on the side right now, mainly coming into, like, the Blink matchup, Wan Chi Tong, more of those grindy mid-range matchups. We can make this work. Reveal Devour, and pass. Second Foundry Shock for Ragavan. Not thrilled about that. What do we find here? Myco Spawn Rumble. I mean, Myco Spawn on 2 is good, so we'll take the Myco Spawn. And we'll go for Sprawl Red, I think. We don't need to worry about double green here, due to the fact that Ice Till's not online next turn regardless. Ragavan will attack. Ragavan will pilfer. What does Ragavan find? Ragavan finds a K command. That would have been nice. The opponent will not be playing that anytime soon. Marsh Flats fetch. Second Foundry Shock 15 for what? So yeah, next turn Myco Spawn. Goblin Bombardment's fine. Ocelot Pride? Okay. We'll draw. Stomping Ground. Because they did crack their treasure, they're off of Charmal next turn. So we'll play the Temple. We'll cast the Myco. Yield all. Normally, I'd want to grab a Temple, but with the potential of a Charma, I don't. Instead, I'm going to grab a Forest or a Shifting Wood. Sprawl stacking here isn't an issue unless they play Molten Rain, which sometimes they do. So I think we want to go Forest and not Sprawl stack. We'll go for red. Yes. Do we need to go for red? No, we can go for double green here. And we'll pass. So yeah, this way, unless they have a Molten Rain, we should be in the clear to cast Sire or Devour. Plug in Parlor Surveil, that will resolve. Is this Johnny? It is. So they're going to sack a Johnny, ping target me. Why would you not do that? I is confusion. Interesting. So I block the Ocelot Pride. They would have to sack 2 creatures. No, we just block the Ragavan. This is fine. I'm just confused. So now you sack the cat, ping the Mycospawn. Well, like, you could have avoided this entirely if you had just flipped the Johnny to begin with, right? So you ping me, flip the Johnny. Yeah, I'm confused. It fine. We will draw. Oh. Interesting. Huh. So I could clear the board. Bombardment will still hit me for 4, though. We could Verdant Catacomb fetch for a forest and play Devour, Exile, Bombardment, right? Could do that. We alternatively could just play the Sire, and they'd still be able to attack in those, only problem. We also could just get rid of the Johnny, but with the K return, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of the Bombardment because it also forces them to go for a red permanent. Let's confirm we have another forest. We do. Let's go Verdant Cat fetch. Graboon Forest. Yeah, I think I'm going to cast the Devour here and get rid of the Bombardment. Because my thought process here is this means they no longer have a red permanent, right? So Johnny is offline. I can create cats, but that's about it. Sure. Next turn, we can then K return and sweep, attacking at the Johnny, clearing their board. I think this is probably the right move. We're at enough of a life total where I feel comfortable not playing the Sire right away. Land for turn. They do have Charmal mana now. That is something to note. That's Charmal. No, it's Legend of Roku. Sure. Until the end of your next turn, you play those cards. Yeah, fine, whatever. A Johnny can hit me for 4. Put me down to 10. Okay. Just fine. So they go that route and nothing else. We then sweep the board. We hit a Johnny. Yep. Down to 10. Just fine. What? But why? I'm confusion. Why would you do this? I mean, I guess you can. I then have the choice of either take the Ocelot Pride hit or block the cat. I'm going to block the cat here because I have the return. Okay, they thought better about it. They have the Charmal, like I said, next turn, which is a bit unfortunate because it means the Sire's offline. Ooh. Well, that makes it more interesting now, doesn't it? So we can go Speaker, right? So we can go Speaker Pitch. Oh, I have something fun here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need to shock, but I think that's fine. So, okay, let's. I guess what I need to pitch then, the Sire. I kind of hate that, but they're gonna Charmal anyways. I guess I don't need to. So we definitely want a K return sweep. Get rid of the Johnny. That's fine. I guess we get rid of the Stomping Ground then. Because next turn, for middle speakers, a +1. So even if they get rid of the Temple, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, well. We'll have 7. Okay. How would we like to proceed? No matter what, we are casting K-Return. Let's get that out of the way now. K-Return out, sweep your board. Attack a Johnny out. Cool, that's done. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to need the Stomping Ground. I guess we don't need to pitch the Sire then. We just keep the Sire and play Stomping Ground tapped. And pass. I imagine they play the Charmaw. White. Okay. I'd be surprised if you Wrath and not Charmaw. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because, yeah, even a Wrath for 1 still would allow me to play the Sire regardless. So I'm not too hard pressed there. So I think your best bet's Charmaw. And then hit my Temple. Yes. Yep, that's fine. White. Second main, end step. We draw. K command. A bit late for that, unfortunately. So we are going to tap on tap. Sire 7, let's trigger the K return. I'll say yes here. Gets rid of speaker, but now we present lethal next turn. Push you down to 9. We pass. We have Sire on board, which is pretty hard for them to deal with. There's Legend Roku. Does a 4/4 do nothing for a turn, basically. Pilfer, sure. And Flage Helix target me. Down to 7, up to 12. Sure. We'll draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're short. We'll attack all and pass. I mean, you could double block the Devour if you really want. Alright, down to 5, up to 14. Sire has Vigilance and now has pseudo Hexproof. So they could escape the Flage, sure, but I don't think that will do anything of relevance at this point. So down to 11, up to 8. I guess now if they do have a Static Prison, now they could Static Prison the Sire. We'll draw. Talisman ain't doing too much here, but we should play it. That way if we find another color source, we can play the K command. So we'll play the Talisman. Question now becomes whether or not I want to attack with Devour and Sire. I guess they could block it with Flage, take 7 down to 1. I don't think I have to attack with Devour here, so I'm just going to attack with the Sire. Down to 1. Again, Sire has pseudo Hexproof for all intent and purpose. Elegant Parlor Surveil. interesting. Firebending 4, so you can make a dragon. Okay. I am confusion. Yep, bonus scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1 because for whatever reason we just can't be on the play. It's just not allowed. We're not allowed to be on the play. In the last, what was this? 10, 12, 15 matches. In the last 15 matches, I've been on the draw, or rather, I've been on the play once. In the last 15 matches, my luck has been abhorrent. Someone has cursed me to never be on the play again, apparently. Actually, correction. Sorry, in the last 15, I've been on the play twice. Correction, not once. I had to look again at my spreadsheet. Bloodstained fetch 19. What are we playing against here? Supposedly some Hollow One pile. Thoughtseize? Moonshadow. Let's go Misty Rainforest fetch. I would really love to see a... Let's go red or green. K return isn't as impactful here. We'll go green. We'll pass. Yeah, I would love to see a temple here. It would be the best outcome, methinks, for this K command to get rid of this Moonshadow. Because honestly, Moonshadow's a bit of a problem card for me, I have found. What this? FOMO. FOMO can pitch a permanent, trigger the Moonshadow. There's the Nethergoyf. Might Bajuka Bog. I might Bajuka Bog that Nethergoyf out. Emrakul. We could fetch Surveil. I also don't want FOMO to get Delirium, so I think we will Bajuka Bog. Bajuka Bog, target you and pass. No Delirium for the FOMO. And pass. Like, there's another thought of going Sanctum into Ghost Core to exile the Moonshadow. Inquiry. Rude. So Speaker out. K commands remains. 2 types in yard. I mean, we got to go Myco spawn next turn. DRC. 6 down to 10. We'll draw Rumble. Okay. This is intriguing. So, we have a couple of plays here, right? We can go Myco Spawn as a blocker, potentially block the FOMO, but we can't block the Moonshadow. And if they do get Delirium, then we're in trouble. Alternatively, I can go Rumble to start and see if we find a Soul Land Decay command. I kind of like that idea. So we're going to Rumble. There's the Lab. Lab, Imprint, Emrakul. K command. I want to exile. Yeah, I think I want to exile the Moonshadow, exile the Inquiry, keep them off of Delirium for both the DRC and the FOMO. And this way we hold up a blocker for the spawn. Yes. So, Moonshadow out, we pass. We're looking at 3 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not enough for Emrakul. Bolt target me down to 7, DRC Surveil. So that's 3 types now. That's a bit scary. Pain cost. Unholy Heat. Sack and response. Be responsible. We'll pass in full. Not much else we can do here. If they get the Delirium, I think we lose? Yes. They do not. They have one more card, though. We'll take 3 down to 4. And we'll draw. Talisman. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can Emrakul next turn then. As long as we get a next turn, that is going to be the problem. Eldal. Temple. Confirming one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I were to play the Talisman, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Ghost Quarter would be 13. So in that case, yes, we'll play the Talisman and pass. I guess I could have kicked the Myco Spawn then. Well, no. We would need the Talisman if you're doing that. We'll pass at this point. And then we kind of just pray. 2 FOMO, pitch a card. There's the 4th type for the Detective's Phoenix, which means the FOMO will attack and trigger the DRC, or target the DRC. They get 6 damage in. Yep, not much we can do there. Well, we'll make sure our opponent actually sees the line. But they do have lethal here. Maybe I went for the Bojuka Bog a little bit early. I don't know. Hard for me to say. All I need to do is attack. I mean, I guess you could Phoenix and... Oh, no, you can't Phoenix. If you Phoenix... Well, I guess if you do Phoenix, you also win. Because you can float and haste the FOMO, and you win with 5 in the air. Yeah. Yep, there's the FOMO trigger. Target the DRC. Yep. At this point, I will concede. So this is Hollow 1, lost for game 1. Let's go to sideboard. How do I even approach this matchup? So K return out. Bojuka Box stays. Cavern Soul's out. Gemstone out. 6 actually could be kind of interesting since they do fill my yard. I could get behind 6 and maybe all 3 heats. Run it back like this. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, maybe I Bojuka Bogged early. Hard for me to say. On a play for game 2. We can... hate this. Like, yeah, I guess we can go Bojuka Bog on 1. Sanctum, Talisman, Heat. I suppose the Devour does dig us for deeper. But what would we want to find? Acceleration, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we found a forest, 5, but they're still short. We're gonna mulligan this. This is better. I'll keep pitch you, reveal trigger. There's Talisman. We'll play Shifting Tapped and pass. And pass. Bloodstained Mire, fetch 19. Blood Crypt Shock 17. Moon Shadow. Draw. Imprint. Talisman. I'm gonna heat you now. And pass. Moonshadow down. And pass. There's a FOMO. Could be another Goyf. Could be another Moonshadow. Lots of different options here. Faithless Looting, pitch 2, draw 2, or draw 2, pitch 2. What a design mistake of a card. Inquiry to Yard, looting again. I'm gonna guess they might have some number of hollow ones in hand. Number 1, only 1, that's not bad. There's Heat. I'm gonna play Ice Till, Ghost Quarter Mill, Rumble. I suppose we could just Ghost Quarter a land, then pick up the Ghost Quarter. Yes. And at this point, might as well. Ghost Quarter Mill. There's a forest. We can pick that up next turn. We'll pass. Paying cost. Bolt target me down to 15. Okay. We'll pass. Thoughtseize sees the heat. Heat is gone. Looting number 3. Number 3. Rakdos Charm, Nethergoyf. Swinging for 4, we'll take it down to 11. We'll draw. Myco Spawn. Play the forest. Mill. Play the temple. Mill. Myco. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Myco kick. Yield all. Bajuka Bog. Target you. Get rid of that Nethergoyf. And I suppose we could just try and see how many basics you have at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might hold on that, though. Yeah, we're just going to hold. We'll attack the Ice still. We're going to block the Myco Spawn. DRC. Again, I will block. And draw. Devour number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I suppose at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I was going to cast Devour. Devour the DRC. Ghost Quarter. Or Mountain. Ghost Quarter Mill. Ghost Quarter your swamp. Wonder if maybe I should actually cut the Ghost Quarter for Dismember, since it's not great into the Moonshadow. Don't exactly want to be destroying their permanents now, do I? How many basics you got, friend? Bone scoops it up, we'll take the win. Cool. Alright. Gemstone in, Rumble out. I do think we actually should cut the Ghost Quarter for Dismember here. There's also some thought to maybe cutting an Ugin for Dismember, actually, because Ugin, like Devour, does not hit Hollow One. Let's do that. I guess there's some thought to like Fade from History. Oh, actually, I guess it does hit Hollow One and FOMO. That is a genuine consideration. And Phoenix? Maybe we do want Fade? I don't know. That one's a weird one. I don't know if I want Fade in this matchup. I would say if Fade was Force of Vigor, I'd say absolutely. Because we have how many? 4, 7, 10, 12? Maybe. I mean, Hollow One isn't exactly a common deck in the meta, so I'm not exactly too worried. But maybe Force of Vigor might be the better option than Fade. I don't know. It's hard to say. Fade's so good into Affinity is my only concern. This hand looks good. We keep. Keeping, revealing, and passing. Blood Crypt Shock 18-4. Street Race Cycle. Looting. Looks like early Hollow One. Hollow One's a fun card. Tis a fun card. There's Hollow One number 1. Hollow One number 2. Devour Trigger. Cake Man number 2 might not be a bad idea. Again, Ugin can't really deal well with Hollow One. Pass. And pass. This is looking a bit dicey. Thoughtseize, sees the K command, takes the K command. Take 8, down to 12, we draw. Emrakul. Okay, things are getting interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10. We're close. Play the Wooded Foothills and pass. Bloodstained Mire, fetch down to 13. The question is whether or not I need to block. I mean, they could double bolt me for the win. That is a genuine thing. Thoughtseize number 2. So we're going to fetch down to 11 for a forest. I'm going to force them to take the Emrakul. X equals 2. Ice Till Sprawl. Well, now I can't force them to take the Emrakul is the problem. Well, actually, I think I still can. And here's why. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I still be too short though. I'm going to feed them the Sprawl or the Emrakul. They take the Emrakul. Good. Yep. So I think we just double block here. Go to blocks. We block. We block. Draw. Ice Till. So I will play the Shifting. We could play the Sprawl here. Is there a benefit to doing so? You take one down to 10. Post this in with double bolt range. I guess we go into double bolt range anyways. The alternative is we play the Ice Till, we ramp, and then we block. It still puts us in double bolt range no matter how we slice it. We're going to have to tap that. For green. So, I mean, if they have double bolt, there's not much we can do. But if we get our turn, we win. Bobble. Bobble target me. Go to combat. Attacking. Shifting Woodland, target Emrakul. Pain cost. Oh, shit. I forgot that was a mode on Rakdos Charm. I'm going to be completely honest. Down to 2. Yeah, that flew right past me. I completely forgot that was even a mode on Rakdos Charm. I could remember 2 out of the 3 of them, one of which being destroy an artifact, another one being each creature deals 1 damage to its controller. I forgot that that had Graveyard Hate attached to it. I'm being completely honest. Oh, damn. Do I have an out now? I don't think so. If I had played the Ice Till instead of went for the Emrakul line. I mean, I think going for the Emrakul line was still correct. Maybe we should just drop the Ice Till the bottom. We would have seen the Temple a turn earlier. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. We play the Ice Till, we play Temple, we play Sanctum. But then what? Yeah, nothing. We'll concede. What is he in Sprawl? Okay. Would have been pointless. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I guess even if I even if I had thought about the possibility of Rakdos Charm, I still think going for the Shifting Woodland line was correct. Yeah, I think it was still correct in the grand scheme of things. Unfortunate. I mean, I guess that explains why they took the Emrakul over the Utopia Sprawl. Like, my thought was maybe they would have made a mistake. Maybe I should have put the Sprawl bottom and whatchamacallit, put the Sprawl bottom and pick the Ice Till. Maybe that would have been the better call. No, because like I said, I was 2 off, so if I would have found a Temple off top, I guess if we knew this Ice Till, so we should have put Ice Till the bottom, right? If we would have put Ice Till the bottom, we would have seen the Sprawl. They had a choice between Sprawl and Emrakul. If they chose the Sprawl, we draw into Temple, then we have the Emrakul. If they choose the Emrakul, then we have the Sprawl, and then we can just Shifting Woodland. Yeah, I guess that's probably right. So probably should have put the Ice Till to bottom, but I think we play that right, all things considered. Regardless, we'll be back for match number 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. What makes this hand better? Sprawl Lab, so 8 hits, draw 2. Actually, Sprawl would be 8 on 1. Then lap would be 4 on 2. Risky. I'll mulligan again. This is much better. This is so much better. So you, keep, pitch, pitch. Done. Yes. Reveal, pass. Alright, what are you playing against? Issa Mountain. Son of a. So this is Ruby Storm. That's unfortunate. There's the Myco. We'll take the Myco. Fantastic start here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Also, maybe I should have taken the second Rumble in retrospect. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. There's Bloodstained Mire, Stomach Ground, Stomping Ground. I guess I sometimes splash green. What? Huh. I am confusion. Rumble. Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugin's still a ways off. I am going to take Zamiko spawn and play Stomping Ground tapped, I suppose, and pass. I'm confusion. Goblin, Anarchnomancer. I guess this is still Storm? Weird. It had nothing but lands. Love to see it. Have we seen Bajukabog yet? We have not. He's a mountain. Do you have more impulse draws? You do not. Go down to 17. Second main, we draw. K command. Well, initially I was going to do something a bit different. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're going to have to go 1, 2. Let's see. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X equals 3. I wish I could do Bajukabog plus the K command. I guess technically I could by just going K command and then K command U plus 3. Though I'd like to apply some pressure to board at this point. Let's play a Myco. Yeah, I think we still play a Myco. So we can start applying some pressure to board. And we can go K command X3, XLU. Yeah, exile both. So we ramp. We're going to be one shy of the Devour, which is a bit unfortunate, though. I guess we could just ignore the Strike It Rich and just get rid of the Ren's Resolves. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to exile, exile U, exile 2. And done. Pass and full at that point. Paying cost. What? Valakut. Draw 4. Draws 4. I guess I could have done that at their upkeep, I suppose. Maybe that would have been the better play. I wasn't thinking about Valakut being instant speed. But at upkeep, that may have been the better play. Yeah. So now if they play a Ral, we can devour. If they play another Anarchnomancer, there's an impulse draw, 2 rituals. They can play the ritual. Scouting turn, fetch 15. Ritual 1. Ritual 2. Just to get them in the yard. So we're likely going to kick Myco Bajukabog. There's Wish Medallion. They'll play the Medallion. Ritual. Okay, they could go Wish. But that wouldn't make sense. So let's play the Medallion then. There's Medallion. Manamorphose. Last 2 cards in hand. Strike it rich. Flashback. We'll draw. So yeah, we're going to Bajukabog, kick a land. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of Medallion. Let's get rid of your green source. Bajukabog. Hit your yard. Play you. Combat. So they still have access to Wish. Ritual. Medallion. Wish. You could Piff, I guess. Might just empty the Warrens? That would be my first thought here, is maybe an empty the Warrens. You get them, what, 6 gobs? It'd be a pretty desperate play, because Piff is not the option. Neither is Grape Shot, I don't think. Really? Why are we piffing? Okay. So that was what they chose from Wish. Ritual. What in the what? Wish. Oh, then empty the Warrens? Yeah, that'll work. Yes. So Storm 7, create 14. Yes. That is a bit of a problem, I will admit. I'm going to fetch, surveil, sprawl yard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll turn Devour to hand. We'll draw. Cyrus 7 death. Ghost Quarter's not going to cut it. We'll leave that in hand. So we're going to want to get rid of a gob. And at this point, I can't exactly attack. I suppose I could... Well, actually... Okay, so if I attack and they let through both, let's say, theoretically, they go down to 6. We attack. They have to block with 2. No. I think I have to just sit back. We're kind of playing a defensive game now with all these gobs on board. Because they get 10 through, we're down to 6. I guess 9 through. Yeah, they have to leave back. And they only need to leave back 2. They don't need to leave back 3, but they're opting to. We'll take 6 down to 10. We'll draw. There's Ugin. Ugin, exile a gob. Draw. Sanctum of Ugin's a bit late, but that's fine. This means we can attack, and they're forced to block 1, meaning Ugin sticks. Yes. So Ugin sticks, and we now have lethal on board. The thing is, they only need like 1 impulse draw to get them off the ground. Yep, we'll take the damage. Down to 9, we draw. Rumble. Let's start with Rumble then. What do we find? There's Devour, there's Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll grab Devour. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we might be able to win. One, two, three. Yes. Trigger. Trigger. Yield all. Yes. Myco spawn. 0. Myco spawn. Ugin. Bone scoops it up, we got the win. Woo! Ugin, thank you for the exiles. Alright, we got there. So, Trinisphere in. You in. Dismember in. Flute in. Ice Till out. Cavernous Souls out. Ghost Quarter out. Trim a Rumble. There's some argument for Bobble or Cage. I don't really care for Bobble or Cage too much in this matchup, but it is a consideration. We could probably drop some number of Ugin for it. Like, I don't think there's any harm in doing that. We drop down to 10, 7 into value spells. Yeah, let's do that. Cavernous Souls helps us accelerate early. Yes, I will keep this. Or Gemstone Cavern, rather. So we keep, we reveal. Breaker or Sire? Sire can apply pressure, Breaker can get rid of, let's say, a Ruby Medallion. So we'll drop the Sire, and we'll pass. They surveil. Ren's Resolve. We draw. Flute. In that case, there's a thought here to naming Ruby Medallion. So the reason why you might want to name Ruby Medallion here is it forces them to play Ral, or Narcomancer, I guess. And that way we can K-command it next turn. Yes. So we're going to Flute. Name Ruby Medallion. So Medallion's offline, and we can exile any of their creature-based reducers with K-command. And if they don't have those and just have Medallion, then we're in a good spot. Valakut. Emrakul. We're going to hold the K-command. We'll be like K-command X2 on end step if nothing else. There's the Ral. They missed their land drop. That's huge. Let's fetch for a forest. I'm going to ramp in exile or scry draw exile. Let's ramp in exile. And done. And draw. Land would be ideal. Perfect. We fetch for a forest. 3, 10. Unfortunately, we're on Emrakul, but this means now we can break or break. Get rid of their green source, so a Narcomancer is no longer online. And since they missed their land drop, we're in a pretty good position. Flute's such a good card. We draw. Trinisphere on top of which they're already dead. Trinisphere, Breaker, pass. So they're offline for 2 whole turns at a minimum. Bone scoops it up. We got the win. Solid. All right. We'll be back for match number 5. All right. We're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. We'll mulligan. Hi, sir. You might be a pain, but you do not make a good window. Sir, that is not for you. Why? Sir, stop going back and forth. Butter's right now on my desk just going back and forth non-stop trying to get to this box that had a sweet in it earlier. Okay, you done? We good? Okay. I will keep. We're going to pitch, breaker, done, reveal, play, pitch, devour, and pass. Suppose they're playing against energy. Sacred Foundry Shock. 18 for Guide of Souls. 'Tis energy. What are you doing, you little menace? Trigger. There's Rumble. Yeah, we'll go for a turn 1 Rumble. Boy. I need you to stop. Come here. Come here. You're very cute. Don't get me wrong. He just keeps on walking back and forth in front of my monitors. And there's nothing I can do to stop him. Alright, we rumbling. There's Ice Still. We'll take the Ice Still. We'll try and ramp into Ugin. We'll pass. Yeah, so we can get the Ice Till down next turn. We can try and ramp into Ugin or Sire pretty quickly here. Gotta love turn 1 Rumbles. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Windswept Teeth. Fetch, 17. 4 planes. Yep. Johnny. Guy triggers. And we'll pass in full. Down to 19. And draw. Devour. I'll shock. Play the Ice Till. We already saw our commercial district, unfortunately. We'll mill. Emrakul Yard, and we'll pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I mean, we're going to have Sire at the very least, as long as Ice Still can survive. Right now, we worry about a discharge, but I feel like they would have discharged the spawn last turn. There's Pyro. Pyro's fine. They're going to be able to float. Double Flage. Yeesh. That's a bit concerning. So they'll probably attack with either the Guide or the Cat Warrior here. I guess they can attack with both, actually. Because the Cat Warrior, for all intent and purpose, has unblockable. Yep, flip the Guide. Get in for 5, down to 12. Yep, no blocks. End step, fetch 11. Stomping Ground, tapped. Mill. Temple. Draw. Would love to see a lab here so I can get this Ugin. So we go Temple, Mill, Myco, I guess Wooded Foothill, Mill. We could play around Blood Moon and go fetch on a forest, but I want to be a bit careful here. I'm gonna go green. Sire 7th or Devour. I think we go Sire. As much as I would like to Devour the Guide of Souls, I think the Sire's correct. And we'll pass. Next turn we have the Ugin. They don't have enough for Flage yet. They're 2 shy in Yard. 1 shy on lands. There's the Arena. But they shouldn't be able to get the 2 in Yard. Raven Charm would be unfortunate. Trigger Guide. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, so we can do a lot next turn. So I think if they do attack in, we do block the Cat with Sire, if that's all they do. But they might leave it back as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if attacking here is in their best interest, unless they can somehow present lethal, which I don't think they can. Unless they have Bombardment, in which case we're dead. But with 2 cards in hand, that's not exactly rocket science, so I'm going to say it's unlikely they have Bombardment, but they could Flage Helix their own Johnny. Ooh. Alright, Helix their own Cat. Yes. That is a problem. Yield all. flips the Johnny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't have enough to kill the sire, though. They can double float with the guides, though. Yeah, because they're one short the Johnny. They hit the ice still. Yep, that's fine. Ice still down. Yeah, I was about to say, Alpha Striking here is not optimal. Let's end step, fetch, and thin. And draw. Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. Because we'd need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd be short on double casting. In that case, let's go to combat. Attack you with Sire. Ugin target. Plus draw. Sprawl. Play Temple, pass. And pass. I guess we could have won it with after the Johnny instead. Maybe that would have been the right call. Attack the Johnny, force them to block. Then Ugin a creature. May have been the right call. Surveil. So they have the Flage online. Flage actually is an issue if they double float it. Actually. That's what, 12? Yeah, that's a lot of damage. In fact, they can, I guess they can float 3 times. They only have 2 guides. Yeah, in retrospect, I should have probably attacked the Johnny. But I guess it forced them to put in the position of, oh, interesting, going after the Ugin. How do you want to do this? Because if Ugin sticks, we can devour. I guess we can devour regardless. Yeah, this is fine. Helix me 3. Helix Ugin. Why would you Helix Ugin there? It's a 10-10. So I guess the question is this. We could keep Ugin, right? We block, we keep Ugin, we exile, we get a body. Yeah, that's probably correct, actually. I don't know why they wouldn't attack in more to ensure Ugin dies. I'm a bit confused about that one. Plus Ugin draw. Oh. Well, that gets interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do both, yes. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Countersoul's name Eldrazi. Play Ugin. Ugin exile. Ugin exile, yield all. And opponent skips it up, we'll take the win. Solid. Alright, so let's go to sideboard. And we are going to grab Unholy Heat, drop Cavernous Souls, drop a Rumble, and drop Ghost Quarter, I think is what I normally do here. Yes. Let's run it back. Yeah, I think predicting the Ugandare is correct just because we're able to exile 2 cards, draw a card, and force them into positions that they don't want to be in. So I definitely think that was the right choice we made. This hand's good. I do need a red source, but it works. We'll keep. We'll pass. I want to start off the temple in case we draw into a K command, I suppose. What I'd love to see here off the top is K command or Sprawl. There's a Pride, that's fine. There's the K command, play temple. We'll hold. Tis a mountain. Pride will connect on 19 up to 18. A Johnny. Do we get rid of the third temple, Jesus? Do we get rid of the Johnny's the question? I think the answer is yes. At the same time, I'm just like thinking about this K return, and I really want to cast it. At the same time, next turn we can just cast a Cyrus 7 Death and call it a day. Ramp and exile the Johnny. And we'll pass. We'll hold. Next turn we can play the Sire, unless they either Blood Moon or Charmaw me. Do I want to block? I don't think I do, because they Helix that, then I can't play the Sire, so no. We'll take it. Out of 15. Wounds up the fetch 18. Mountain. Blood Moon? Blood Moon is fine. Pride trigger. We draw. In that case, Forest. Well, this does mean we have red sources for a K return now, though, which is really funny. So we could just sweep the board and then rumble. That is a genuine consideration here. Alternatively, we could just hold and then rumble next turn, I guess. It's kind of awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to K return now. K return. Sweep the board. Rumble. Sire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might actually want to grab a land and pass. And hold. Bombardment. Pride. Draw. Talisman. Play Temple. Play Talisman. and pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The only problem is that I can't afford to have them connect because I'll just make a cat and then sack it to hit the spawn. So we're gonna have to block the Pride and then sack in response, unfortunately. There's no real good way around that. But the thing is, like, in 2 turns, we land a Sire or Breaker and we just win on the spot. We're in a very comfortable position right now. Flage Helix target spawn. Target me. Well, I guess now we don't even block. Oh, I guess, yeah, they do that as well. That's fine. On the 12, down to 11. I'd like a blocker here, yeah? So Ice Till, Myco Spawn, Speaker. It would be nice. That is none of those. Alright. Well, next turn we have the Sire. Down to 9. That's 6, 8, 9. They're short 1. And Johnny, oh god. Well, that's a problem. Down to 8. Down to 5. A theoretical 2. Oh no, I think I lose. Down to 5. Yep. That's so unfortunate. That Blood Moon actually ended up hurting a lot in the long run. Damn. We were so close to recovering there. I wonder if maybe I should have sequenced that K return differently. I don't know. I feel like at the time it was correct, but maybe I should have just went for the Rumble and then hold the K return, but we would have seen the bombardment and we would have swept regardless, I suppose. I don't know. That one's a bit awkward. Alright, let's run it back. On the play for game 3. We will keep. This hand is gas. I would have wished that this was a fetch. Reveal. Trigger. Heat shifting lab K command. We'll take the K command. And we'll pass. I mean, this is very possibly a turn 3 Ugin, in which case I don't think they can come back from that. No turn 1 play either. Interesting. Little shock. Fetch Surveil. Yep. Flage to Yard is fine. Marshflat's fetch 18. And Johnny is fine. Yep, we're just going to angle towards Ugin. We're looking for a land off top. We'll go Heat. Well, awkward. I mean, yeah, I suppose. So, top, draw. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what can we do here? I'm just trying to think. I'm tempted to Rumble first. There's Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, grab the temple. Play the temple. Kick the Myco. Myco, kick your red source. Yield all. Grab a fetch. Do we even need a fetch at this point? We have 2 cards already in yard. I'm just gonna grab the Stomping Ground, honestly. Shock. Actually, maybe I should have grabbed the fetch in retrospect. We're just gonna heat you now. Heat and pass. Cool. We set them back pretty significantly there. We'll hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the off chance I get rid of the spawn, we have Ice Tail to ramp. But I think I should have went for the fetch, maybe. I don't know. I don't like giving them the possibility of flipping a Johnny at instant speed underneath removal. So I think doing it at sorcery speed is usually the better option. Geese and Ugin. We yield all. And both screws up, we got the win. Solid win right there, my friends. All right, not bad at all. That there will be a 4-1 record at the end of 5. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. If you haven't already, please do consider joining my Discord server. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Blue Sky. That will be the best way for you all to be notified when I go live over on Twitch. Right, my schedule is very sporadic and will continue to be for quite some time. So I do apologize, but ideally I will be streaming once a day and will be continuing with my 1 upload a day as well. If you do want to support me further, though, you can always hit that subscribe button, of course, and you can always join me over on my Patreon, where you can find these videos ad-free and early. But with that being said, though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!